Hello students, welcome to our channel. In today's UPSC Toppers Answer Copy Analysis, we are going to discuss UPSC 2023 Topper All India Rank 17 SWATI Sharma's Answer Copy. So in today's video, we will try to look at the answer rating technique of SWATI Sharma's answer copy. Additionally, at the end of the video, we will also try to see what are the unique answer rating technique which has been adopted by this topper, and we will try to learn in this video, friends. So let's go into the question which has been asked here. This particular question is asked from GS paper 1 component of your post-independence component in the syllabus. Okay friends, let's now go into the question which has been asked here. It is believed that a nation is an imagined community held together by common beliefs, history, political aspirations, etc. So this is the first component of the question. In this context, discuss what the basis of India as a nation is. So this is the second component in the question. Also, bring out the threats to the concept of Indian nationhood. So there are three components which has been asked here, and it's a 10-marker question and they have asked to answer in 150 words. Friends, after reading this particular question, we can come to a clear understanding that it is a 10-marker, but there are actually three components in the question. And while writing the answer, our answer should also contain minimum 3 subheadings. That is when we will be addressing this question in a perfect manner. And not only this, friends, when you look at this particular question, what is very going to be challenging is that being a 10 marker, we should allot equal weightage to all these components in our answer. So let's now look at the answer. That is, while looking at the structure of the answer, there is a clear introduction, and the introduction has been written in 3.5 lines. So I would say this is a good way to write an introduction in the answer. And if you look at the body of the answer, in the body of the answer, there is a clear subheading approach which has been followed here. And not only that, the subheading has been followed by point-wise approach. So this is something which we have been seeing over the years. The UPSC toppers have been following this approach. Let's now come to the conclusion, friends. Conclusion has also been written in 2.5 lines. Again, it is crisp and to the point. So I would say this is one of the perfect way to write an conclusion in 10-marker question. Okay friends, let's now look at the body of the question. As we said already, what is going to be very important in the body of the question is the addressing the each of the components which has been asked in the question. As we know very well, there are three components which has been asked in the question. We need to bring in 3 subheadings. If you look at this particular topper, she has also brought 3 subheadings in an answer. So this is something UPSC toppers will be clearly doing it and conveying it to the examiner. But what is unique with this particular topper is that she has underlined the keywords which has been asked in the question, and even she has underlined the same keyword in her subheadings also. So this is something we can also keep doing in our answers also. So try to learn this technique, friends. Not only that, even the subheadings has been followed by point-wise approach. So point-wise approach is one common thing with most of the toppers. Additionally, friends, if you look at the examples which she has brought in examples across the world, and most of these examples are based on historical examples. Since it is a question which has been asked from history component, she is trying to bring in examples from historical examples across the world. So this is also something which we should keep doing whenever we write a subject specific question. The subject specific examples should be written in our answers. Not only this, friends, there is something uniqueness in her answer writing approach is that if you look at the third component of the question, she has approached the third component of the question in a flow chart or schematic diagram based approach. So I would say this is one of the attractive and unique thing in her answer writing. If you look at the overall our structure of the answer, this is catching the eye of the examiner. So they will easily allot her extra marks for this component of the question. Not only this, friends, even if you start writing the third component in point-wise approach, she will not be finding enough space to write, since because she has already contributed for the third component of the question almost 5 points. Whereas if you count the total number of points, for the first component she has written 3 points. For the second component she has written 4 points. For the third component again she wants to come out with 5 points. But the problem is, if she would have written that in a point-wise approach, she would not have had the time to write a proper conclusion here. So due to that time constraint, she managed the time very efficiently, that is a space very efficiently here. Not only she managed the space efficiently, but she came out with a very unique approach. So this is something, it will attract the examiner, as I keep saying, and for doing this only will add her extra half a mark for this uniqueness in her answer. Let's now come to the marking pattern for this particular question, friends. Since she has overall written for the first two subheadings, that is to 7 points, so she will be easily getting 3.5 marks for this two component of the question, that is half a mark for each of the points, because she has not only written the points, she has also justified it with examples. So it is easy for her to catch that half a mark for each of the points, quality points which she has written. Now coming to the third component of the question, the third component of the question is something which she has done very much unique in her answer. So for doing that, again she will be getting that extra 2 marks, because normally she would have carried that 1 mark, but for bringing the schematic diagram she would have fetched that half to 1 mark extra in this component. Now let's go to the introduction. She would have got half a mark, and for the conclusion she would have got another half a mark. So overall, if you count here, friends, she would have got, that is 3.5 plus 2 5.5 and another 1 mark, that is 6.5 marks out of a 10 marker question. I would say this is something which is going to be the maximum mark which we can fetch in the UPSC mains examination. In rare cases, the UPSC examiner might allot 7 marks for extraordinary answer writing. Otherwise, friends, this is the highest or average, highest or maximum marks which we can fetch in GS paper 1 component of that is mains examination. Okay friends, overall some of the learnings from today's video are, the most of the UPSC toppers which we have been discussing in UPSC toppers answer copy analysis, they are having a clear structure of the answer, that is introduction, body, conclusion. So this is something which we have been seeing. Additionally, friends, in the body of the answer they are having a subheading approach and point-wise approach, and for the point-wise approach, what this topper, that is All India Rank 17, Swati Sharma, has done additionally is that she has added examples based on subject-wise approach. That is, since it is a post-independence question, she has brought in the relevant post-independence based examples in India as well as across the world. This is something which we should also learn and try to include examples accordingly in the exam to the maximum manner. Not only that, one thing is underlining the keywords is most of the toppers are doing, but underlining the keywords in the subheading is something this unique with this particular toppers approach. This is something also small value addition which we should try doing it. And one of the most eye-catching or uniqueness in today's discussion is the involvement of schematic diagrams, and that too she has introduced in the climax of her answer, where the examiner will be finding it very attractive and she will be easily getting maximum marks in this question. That is why she has fetched the maximum of 6.5 marks in this question out of 10 marks. So I hope, friends, this video was very much useful to you. If you have been observing our UPSC toppers copy analysis, one of the most things most of the UPSC toppers are doing is that they will be trying to address the questions in a complete and full manner, and that is also common with today's discussion, because even though there was a challenging thing to write a 10 marker question in 3 pages, she has done it in a beautiful manner by managing the time and space and coming out with a unique approach and innovativeness in her answer writing. So whenever exam gives you this kind of challenges inside the exam hall, you should try introducing these kind of various innovative techniques. We are keep learning. We are actually learning every day with our toppers answer copy analysis. So thanks for watching, friends.